If you're on Social Security benefits, you're finally going to get your stimulus check. We also have huge updates regarding that $200 per month stimulus boost and the potential for a fourth round of payments in Biden's next economic package. We're going to cover all of this in this video, but before we do, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. I'd also like to thank my sponsor, Webull. They've partnered with me to provide free stocks for my viewers, valued up to $1,800. It's completely free and takes 2 minutes, and feel free to sell the stocks immediately to use the money if you'd like. All you have to do is open an account using the link that's in the description of this video. Okay, first, let's talk about the current $1,400 stimulus check. The good news is, if you're on benefits, you should be receiving this soon, and we're going to cover updates directly from Direct Express, the IRS, and the Social Security Administration to see if we have any more clues as to exactly when those payments will drop. But exactly why they were delayed, I covered that in my previous video. The commissioner of the Social Security Administration delayed these on purpose by not giving the information to the IRS, and now a lot of Democrats are calling for this man to be fired and replaced by someone who will actually advocate for those who are on Social Security benefits. If you want more details on that, watch my previous video, but the bottom line here is that this is basically a Trump appointee who purposely delayed these stimulus checks to spite Joe Biden, and therefore millions of people who were on benefits ended up being collateral damage in this political game, and millions of people have been suffering and had these checks delayed because of the commissioner. So guys, let me know in the comments if you think this man should be fired. Personally, I think he should, not just because of this, but because of the fact that he also wants to cut benefits in general. And we need a commissioner who advocates for those who are on benefits, not tries to cut their benefits. But let's take a look at Direct Express, the IRS, and the Social Security Administration and see if we have any more clues to figure out exactly when you should receive these stimulus checks. Then we're going to talk about the potential for a fourth round of stimulus payments, an update on that $200 per month stimulus boost, as well as a quick update from Bernie Sanders, who is trying to make healthcare more affordable, which would tremendously help those who are on Social Security benefits. So Direct Express, do we have any update from them letting us know when these payments might drop? So we're taking a look at the Direct Express Twitter page. They actually post really good updates almost daily. Guys, I went through their entire page. We still do not have any updates on exactly when these payments will drop. Basically, all they're telling you is to check the IRS website and the IRS will let you know. So let's check the IRS Twitter page. Do we have any updates from the IRS? Well, first of all, we know that they now have the information from Social Security to begin processing these payments, but do we have any updates as to specifically when these payments will drop? Well, no, we don't. The IRS has zero updates on exactly when these payments will arrive. All they tell you is to go to irs.gov, get my payment portal, and check your updates there. So unfortunately, no specific updates from the IRS. Now, how about the Social Security Administration? Well, finally, the Social Security Administration's Q&A page for stimulus checks has finally been updated this week. So we have a few quick updates, and then we're going to talk about that $200 per month stimulus boost. First of all, how can I check the status? We all know at this point, irs.gov, get my payment portal. Now, how do I know if I'm eligible for this third stimulus check? You can check the IRS website. You can watch my previous videos. At this point, most of you know if you're eligible. Basically, everyone is eligible as long as you have a Social Security number and you met the income threshold requirements. Now, how should a payee use this stimulus check? Now, if you have a payee, basically this person receives your funds for you and they have to spend them on your behalf with your permission and specifically on something that you need. Now, how will I receive my third stimulus check if my benefits are paid to a Direct Express card? Bottom line here, guys, they basically don't know. It could come to your Direct Express card, or it could come to any bank account that you have linked to your benefits. Specifically, they said you'll receive them on your Direct Express card if you did not file your taxes in 2019 or 2020, and if you did not use that non-filers tool to give them your bank account information, or if you simply receive your Social Security benefits to your Direct Express benefits card. So basically, check everything. Check your Direct Express card, check your bank accounts, they really don't know exactly where these payments are going to go, which is really frustrating because the Social Security Administration and the IRS, they should be on the same page. Now, the reason there's so much misinformation and such a lack of information is because the IRS and the Social Security Administration do not seem to be communicating very well. And if I had to guess, I would say this is mainly because of the commissioner who, in my opinion, needs to be fired and replaced. So that was the bulk of the updates from the Social Security Administration, but unfortunately, no payment dates have been announced on this website. So as of now, guys, we still have to wait, but we do expect them to move quickly. And I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of you received your payments at some point this week or next week. But guys, let me know in the comments if you received your third stimulus check yet. And don't forget to subscribe. I will keep you updated almost daily in regards to when you should expect to receive your third stimulus check. Okay, before we jump into that $200 per month stimulus boost, let's quickly talk about the possibility of a fourth round of stimulus payments. There's been a lot of talk about a fourth stimulus check, but how realistic is this? Is this actually going to happen? And what are the odds of this actually happening? Well, I don't want to sound negative here, but in my opinion, I think it's a lot more likely that we'll have targeted stimulus as opposed to a fourth round of stimulus checks. I would love for there to be a fourth round of stimulus checks, but honestly, I don't want to get people's hopes up. And I think realistically, a more targeted stimulus at this point is more likely to happen. And this could look a lot like the third round of stimulus, just take away the stimulus checks. So basically that child tax credit, which is a monthly payment, could be made more permanent in this next stimulus package, which would provide thousands of dollars for families with children. Now, this is similar to that $200 per month stimulus boost for those who are on benefits because it provides a monthly payment. The concept is very, very similar, and it would actually cost close to about the same amount. So if the government is willing to approve the child tax credit stimulus, we're hoping they'll also include that $200 monthly stimulus. But they're definitely going to fight for that child tax credit, and there's a good chance they're going to try and include another unemployment boost as well. And again, that unemployment boost cost more than the $200 per month stimulus boost would cost for seniors. So if they're willing to do that, we're hoping they're also willing to do that boost for seniors. Of course, they also want to pass a minimum wage increase, but as you saw in the previous stimulus package, they had a hard time getting it done because of the rules regarding that budget reconciliation process. And there are a lot of liberals pushing for recurring monthly payments. Again, not really realistic unless it's targeted. Giving monthly recurring payments to seniors or those who are disabled, especially if it's only $200 per month, is a lot more realistic than giving 200 million people across the country a monthly stimulus check, if that kind of makes sense. So a fourth round of stimulus payments is definitely possible, but more likely to be targeted. Targeted payments for seniors and those who are disabled is something that we hope President Biden includes in his next package. And this Wednesday, President Biden is expected to make major announcements regarding exactly what's included in that package. And this is broken down into three broad sections: climate, infrastructure, and what Biden is calling social infrastructure. Now, this Wednesday, he's expected to just announce some small portion of it, probably the physical infrastructure portion, which is supposed to help rebuild roads, bridges, the electric grid, and more things of that nature. But they are only expected to try and spend about $1.3 trillion on the physical infrastructure portion, and this overall bill is expected to come in at $3 to $4 trillion, leaving a lot of room for spending on what he calls social infrastructure. A lot of Democrats are pushing to include more stimulus, and we're hoping that this portion will include that $200 per month stimulus boost. Now, although President Biden still has not formally released the details of this plan, we do have a really good idea of what might be included. And this is expected to be about $1.3 trillion for physical infrastructure, $600 billion for clean energy, $400 billion for manufacturing and workforce support, $300 billion for innovation, and $700 billion for the caregiver economy. Now, as far as physical infrastructure, this is expected to include direct spending on rebuilding roads, bridges, modernizing public schools, spending more money on affordable housing. This would be really good news for seniors, as a lot of seniors live in affordable housing units. Spending money to end homelessness, as well as expanding the internet network and 5G for those who live in rural areas. Spending on updating train systems and implementing a high-speed rail system, upgrading airports, as well as rebuilding public transit. Now, as far as the section that President Biden calls social infrastructure, this is the section that we hope would include that monthly boost. Now, the monthly boost would cost about $180 billion for 12 months, and this is a lot less than other things are costing. See, if you see the caregiving economy portion, he wants to spend $450 billion for home health care. So that monthly boost would be less than half of this. He also wants to include more money to help people pay for childcare, as well as making preschool universally free, more funding for the VA, Indian Health Services, making community college childcare free for all, and investing in counselors for opioid abusers. Now, with all of these initiatives, I would say these are all completely important, but we need that monthly boost for seniors. If President Biden is going to spend $4 trillion on a stimulus package, a $180 billion portion should be earmarked for that monthly boost, guys. And let me know in the comments if you agree. Now, this Wednesday, he's going to announce part of his package, but it's not going to be the entire thing. So it might just be the physical infrastructure portion, and we might have to wait a few more weeks to hear the details on exactly what else is included. Guys, so don't forget to subscribe. I will keep you updated as soon as we have more news as to whether or not that boost is included in this package. As of now, it is our best hope to get this done because they're going to do this through budget reconciliation, and anything else would have to be done on a bipartisan level, and it is going to be very, very difficult to get Republicans to vote for a monthly boost, and this is why we need it to be included in this next package. Before we end this video, I have a quick update from Bernie Sanders. He is fighting not only for income equality, but also for lowering healthcare costs, which would greatly help seniors because healthcare is such a major part of your budget. Let's quickly take a look at what Bernie had to say. The life expectancy for low-income Americans right now is 15 years lower than those who are wealthy. That is completely unacceptable. He also said that there are millions of seniors who cannot afford dental care, cannot afford hearing aids, cannot afford eyeglasses. In the richest country on earth, this is unacceptable. I personally agree. Let me know in the comments if you agree. He also said that this is why Medicare must negotiate drug prices and use the savings to expand Medicare to cover these basic healthcare needs. And personally, I am a strong believer that our retirees, those who are disabled, deserve to live a life of dignity. And this is why I support Bernie Sanders' message, guys. Let's take a look at a quick video. It's about a 1-minute video that Bernie Sanders put together regarding his fight to lower healthcare costs to help provide a higher quality of life, not only for the general public, those who are low income, but also specifically for those who are on benefits.
Tell me what I'm missing here, but if I cannot afford my medicine and I get sicker than I should be, and maybe I end up in the emergency room, maybe I end up in the hospital, is it possible, in fact, that we end up spending more on healthcare because people simply cannot afford the medicine that they need?
Yes, Senator, that's exactly what we found in our study. When people are able to take their medications, they are healthier. We've also found that people find it easier to make ends meet, to afford their rent and food. And these are things, healthy housing, healthy foods that people need to be healthy as well.
So what you are saying is that the high cost of prescription drugs result in people getting sicker than they should, and in fact, ending up costing healthcare systems more money than we should be expending.
Yes, you're paying at least twice. Once the higher price for medicines, and second when people land in the hospital with a heart attack or a stroke.
Which could have been prevented.
Absolutely preventable.
Bernie Sanders advocating for those who need the help the most, a message that I loved pushing on this channel. Retirees, those who are disabled, those who are low income, we have to advocate for these people to make sure they live a life of dignity. And guys, let me know in the comments if you agree. We definitely need some level of healthcare reform, and this is something that both Bernie Sanders and President Biden have pledged to push for, as well as a Social Security reform to help boost benefits, especially for those who are low income. So we should have a lot of updates, not only in the next few months, but in the next few years as well, as the administration continues to push for these reforms. So if you have not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share this channel with anybody who you think might find this helpful. Guys, thanks so much for supporting my work, and until the next video, take care and have a great day.